What is up, YouTube? All right, we getting ready to go on a trip to go see Poppy. So right now, I have to make sure that this vehicle is trip worthy. Alrighty. All right, this is a 2024 Hyundai Tucson N Line. So you're probably saying, even though it's made in 2023, this was made for 2024. So it's about 2 years old. So you're probably saying to yourself, why bother? It's still new. Well, that's why you bother. It's got 46,000 miles on it. So it is getting near the 50,000 mark. Battery's getting old. Sucker's getting dusty. And I need to check everything out. So what I'm going to do here is, that is my radiator coolant. It looks good. Possibly at 50,000 miles, the dealership's probably going to tell me to replace that. So I make that decision when the time comes. With this vehicle here, the motor, inside pistons and everything are lifetime, and so is the transmission. So I have to make sure I do transmission and oil changes that are recorded, because if anything happens to this motor, I have my butt covered. This is my windshield washer fluid, and I think I got some, and I'm going to add some in there. One thing I never do is add water, only straight windshield washer fluid, because whatever chemicals are in there, water, rust, parts, and everything, these fluids don't. I never add water in there because this is a pink or reddish fluid. I will always have to stick with that color. I know they sell the yellow one, it's all purpose, all whatever, but I am going to stick with the red one because every color is a different temperature of the motor. Just make sure there's no battery corrosion. This battery is getting up there in age with all the heat and the cold air. Definitely, and this tells me there's a fuse in there, so God forbid if something doesn't ever start, at least I know that is a alternator fuse. So if my alternator doesn't charge, I check that first. My brake fluid is down here. That tells me my brakes are low. It's going up there. I'm not going to add because I think I'm getting ready for brakes pretty soon. Probably by the end of the year, I might need some brakes. So I'm not going to add because I'm still good. Because if I put here and then when I change my brake, it's going to push it back there. It's not till after I do my brakes will I mess with that there. But if this was even lower than that, like down here, that is a different story. Possibly leak somewhere or anything. I do have a K&N air filter. I don't remember the last time I cleaned it out. These will last a long time as long as you clean them. And this is still new, so I don't have to worry about that. That is still new. I always put K&N air filters in my vehicle, on all vehicle, my family and everything. Not only will you get better gas mileage, it runs better, cleaner. You never have to replace these. So what you pay for one time, it's better than buying that cotton fabric. One thing there. The best time to check your oil is when the car's been sitting. Say if I'm on the road and I've been driving at the gas station and I shut it off, as long as it's off for a few minutes, you pull that out, swipe it clean, put it back in, count to 10 or 20, and then pull it back out and check it that way. This car has not been started yet, so I'm going to pull it and check it. So this first swipe I did was I wiped everything away, and you're probably saying, well, it's still new. Doesn't matter. When you start getting 50,000 miles to 100,000 miles, you might burn oil, especially going on long trips. And you want to catch it because usually burning oil can mean a lot of things. So let me check it out. And that looks good. It's in between. It's nice and clean. You see the stick. So I am good there. I am going to check it again because I do want to make sure that I have oil. I don't want Eventually, 100,000 miles, they start burning. Any car does, sometimes 50. But again, this has a warranty, so it shouldn't be burning any oil. And this does not have a transmission dip. This is a sealed transmission. And I'm sure they're going to ask me to replace that either at 50 or 75,000 miles, which I will have it replaced. If you've never had your transmission oil replaced and you have 75,000 miles or 100,000 miles, just leave it alone. Just make sure it is topped off. But again, that is electric steering, so I don't have to check no power steering pumps or nothing. From there, I check my serpentine belt, usually 5 years or so many thousand miles. When they recommend me to replace that is when I can replace it myself. Looking at the hoses, look good. This is a garage kept car. So a lot of things that I would normally have done on a car with over 100,000 miles, I'm not going to do with this car here. And I don't think there's an air filter in there. Hope not. What that does is that catches the cool air and it brings it into here. But my hoses look good and everything there. So this part is complete. Now I'm going to go to the tires. Again, don't drive and check your air pressure, because air pressure goes up 5% because it's heated. When it's too cold down, it goes below 5%. So, you know, checking it when it's freezing out. This is the perfect time, not in the sun. This is definitely the perfect time to check my tires. Make sure I have no nails. Make sure the air pressure is correct. And I'm not going to rely on what's inside, because eventually those TPMS sensors will go. But I'm going to check with an air gauge. If you ever need to know where the air pressure is at, it's in your door panel. So mine is 35. Spare tire 60. 35. All tires. So that's where you get your tire size, your air pressure. Always make sure you have your valve caps put back on. What happens is, especially if you live up north, you get snow in here, or salt. There is a rubber thing inside there, and that salt will eat it. So make sure you just put them on. All right, there's that 31. I don't want that to leak like that. All right, so it looks like it's almost at 35. So yeah, I am gonna put air. That one needed a couple pounds. Okay, they were all 3 pounds under, so I got them up to 35 each. You're probably saying 3 pounds, what's the difference? Trust me, if 3 pounds didn't make a difference, then NASCAR people wouldn't be checking their air pressures on their tires. On our cars, regular cars, all 4 have to be the same. So you have regular wear, not irregular wear. Sometimes the car will pull. I ran my hands around the tire just to make sure there's no bumps or separation. This here is an air compressor I've had for many years. It's a dual pump air compressor that I carry with me. I don't carry with me all the time, which I should, but on traveling, this does come with me. It connects to the battery lighter, but use the battery because sometimes these will blow out the lighter. This is a double pump one, so it will blow up faster than a single pump one. But again, when I bought this was the in technology. Alrighty. Of course, I have to vacuum clean this before we go. All right. There's your spare tire. Sometimes that has a TPS monitoring system, so that should be at 60. I didn't check it, I will be honest with you. I do have my cables for jumping. I do have my monkey ties for flat tire repairs. I got my toolkit, I got my machete, I got my ball. I have my breaker bar to break the tires down. Little saw, something to lay on, a blanket, tarp as well, rope, a shovel, and that really consists of everything that always stays in here. And then I have a tie strap there as well. That always stays here, but I should get into the habit to make room for this air compressor. BB does have one of these in her car. Unfortunately, her car has a bigger bottom than my car. I can fit this air compressor in if I was to take it out the case. So that's something I'm gonna have to think about, if I want to take it out or leave it in there. Another thing I do carry with me is a big bag of tools. That goes with me everywhere. God forbid someone else on the road is broken down and needs help, or myself. I have a whole big bag of tools there waiting for me. So that goes in both cars. I only have one bag. Another thing I bring with me is this aluminum floor jack, which I'll be taking out. That aluminum floor jack will come there with me too as well, because sometimes the floor jacks in these vehicles are a pain in the butt. And again, all that is in BB's except for the bag. You see, BB's trunk is a little deeper. So you see, she has the floor jacks, the breaker bars, the machete, the tarps, the thing. And then back behind here is the air compressor. And she should have, yeah, the jumper cables are there too. But this car is more deeper. So everything fits in BB's car other than the toolbox. That's the only one that goes between one car to another car. So other than me cleaning the car out inside and out, I already got new wipers. I checked all the bulbs and everything. We are ready to go on a trip to go see Poppy. So I just wanted to show you what I do to prepare when I go on a trip anywhere that we travel. Those are the procedures that I do. And now that my car is getting older, I definitely have to be more, watch it more and more and more. Because he does get used the most than BB's car. I think she's still like in the 19,000s, 20,000s. This is in the 46. So anything, other tips or anything you got, let us know in the comments. So another important tool is the camera, inside and outside our camera. God forbid accidents or whatever. This has come in handy with our head-on collision, but I've always installed a camera in my vehicle. Another thing, we will not be bringing the mattress with us because it's only an 8-hour trip, but that review bag, put our underwears and socks, shirts and pants. We are using those for traveling. And then all you do is you just slip these in here like that. That's how it would look. But of course they'd be more puffier.
Yeah, I gotta get this in there as well.
Okay. And we have our itinerary on the wall. This is how good the bags are. Socks and underwears. Both of ours. My clothes. BB's clothes. All the soaps, deodorants, and everything. So now when we go through the suitcase, I have my bag of my clothes, her bag of her clothes, the bathroom stuff, and our socks and underwears. All there and easy, and we're not messing through stuff like that. So see you in a couple days on the road, guys.